Voices of the Anambra, our pride, our voice.
Welcome once again to Voices of Anambra, where we get to speak our minds the way we feel. Talk your mind. This is that platform where we get to express ourselves the best way possible. Welcome to today's podcast. Like I said, my name is Uche Chukwu Ebonam. Of course, you can call me Jasmine. And if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. But for you who has subscribed, thank you so very much. We really do appreciate your engagements. Well done. Today on the podcast, this is a very big issue of concern, and we need to tackle it once and for all. It's about the Monday sit at home. Now, the government has brought this onto its table to say, no, we don't want it anymore. It's bringing our economy down and has taken some measures to stop the Monday sit at home here in Anambra State, from the civil service cut across to the markets to the schools, every part of Anambra State. Now, a measure was taken, and some people find it in different dimensions. They have their own thoughts, their own opinion. But today on the show, we have with us the special advisor to the governor on markets, Chief Evarist Ubah Nabwenyi. He's here with us today in the studio, and we say welcome, Ubah Nabwenyi. No,
thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, and good morning. And morning to you all listeners. Yes, well, we've had the introduction of why I'm here today. As the special advisor to Mr. Governor on trade and market. I think, like they said, now is Monday sit at home. And the closure of Onitsha main market. Okay, which is because of the Monday sit at home that the main market was closed. So, well, actually, initially, this ritual of not going to work on Monday started in Anambra about, I would say, like 4.5 years ago. Then it was sit at home. And they said sit at home, and they had some unknown gunmen. People ascribe them to be supporters of ESN, supporters of IPOB, but we know that is unknown government because at the time he started, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that he had nothing to do with the sit at home. So then we said some people, some criminals was claiming that they are working for IPOB, and they were enforcing it. We tried to stop it. Well, the government tried to understand that. We tried to appeal to our people. And Mr. Governor went into trying to stop the criminality that we have in Anambra State. And eventually has done very good job at it. That last December 2025, we had a peaceful Christmas, no ugly incident. But the issue now is that when sit at home started 4.5 years ago, going to about toward the tail end of 2024, then there's no longer, it wasn't sit at home. It now turned to some economic saboteurs, turning it into no work on Monday. Because what it is no work on Monday. Because when they were doing this sit at home, they created fear on people. And you don't see anybody on the street. On Mondays, people stay indoors. But this time around, people don't stay indoors. They rather go and do sports, rather go and do social meetings, rather go and do parties, and not to go to work. And Mr. Governor said enough is enough. And that's what led to the closure of main market. And we didn't close it because we like it. But the issue is that if they are all these people that are doing some social engagement on Mondays, let them do it enough. And Mr. Governor has said, do it for 1 week so that they will be satisfied by coming next Monday. We expect them to go back to work because Anambra has to work. I mean, we have to take back our Mondays because what they do on Mondays is no longer sit at home. Rather, is do not work on Monday. When Mr. Governor said everything, we have to take back our Monday, It was a directive to all the civil servants, because civil servants, yes, some of them, if you come on Monday to some secretariat,
you won't find anyone.
You won't find anyone. But yesterday, that when he said, now, if you don't work, you won't get paid, then the secretariat was full. But before, everybody, they used to give some flimsy excuses. They can't find the vehicle. They can't find it. But they found it yesterday. So that shows that is, deliberate. People don't want to work. And the Anambra is known for hard work.
Industrialism.
So we don't believe in people lazing about. So, and we shouldn't allow our state to be taken over by economic saboteurs that want to turn the state from, hard-working state to enthroning laziness into our culture. So that's the issue about sit at home, and we're all for it. I know since the issue came up,
lots of controversies.
I've been getting a lot of calls and all that. And this thing, before government took this measure, we have done a lot. For the past 2 years, we've been doing all sorts to make sure to get the markets to open on Mondays. In collaboration, my office and the office of the ASMATA, which is the union in charge of all the markets within the state. There was a time we said, okay, because we know every market they do prayer once in a week, once in a month, and we now devise a means that all these prayers should take place on Mondays in order to get them to come to market so that they can do the prayer. They refuse to do that. Then we'll try to do sanitation, which they do in every market on Mondays. They refuse to do that. Even to the extent of trying to levy them that if you don't open your shop, then your shop will be closed. And some of them, instead of, they said, okay, that they won't come. If we like, let us levy all of them. So, trying all the moral persuasion to get them to go to work. But it's a good thing that we have to take back our Monday. And our working governor thought it right that the best thing is now to, use the stick, because we've been using a lot of carrot.
Because a lot of people people behind the scene don't actually believe that there has been any level of diplomacy or dialogue between the government and the market leaders.
There have been dialogue all along with the issue that the economic saboteurs don't want people to go back to work. It's not that they don't move around on Monday. People talk about their fear and all that. There's no fear. If the time that sit at home started, there was fear. And that time, you don't see anybody on the street. But this time around, in Onitsha, go to the stadium. It's like they are having a
market of its own.
You have people all sorts. People that are jogging, people that are skating, people that are playing football, people that go there to do aerobic dance and all that. You see tons of people. On Monday. And you go to some street corners, you see people sitting around drinking, partying, doing meeting, they use Mondays to do neighborhood meeting these days instead of people going to work. So the issue is that to the state, we won't allow these people to keep on dragging down the economy of the state. So this measure will now to force them to get back to work.
But some people see this as punishment on the victims of fear, because yes, we understand that markets need to be opened for economy of Anambra State to keep rising. Of course, we're on the rise, but then people see this as punishment on the victims of fear, because we know this is our business. And they are of the opinion that you don't know what will happen. But while away my time, or nobody's going to come and stop me there. How do you see the perspective?
Well, it's not true, because that's what I say. They're all economic saboteurs. You have to, really check. They have market opens in Oka since late 2024. The market in Oka operates. The schools in Oka operates. Okay? In their neighboring states, the market in Enugu, they open on Mondays. The market in Abia, they open on Mondays. The market, Ebonyi never even did any sit at home. Okay? The market in Imo, Owerri, they open on Mondays. So these people there's no fear. You see, the issue is this, like I said, is economic saboteurs. Just a little bit last year, December.
Yeah.
Okay? December in 22nd, prior to Christmas, the people that they are talking about saying fear, they did business even on Sunday. The market was open on Sunday, 22nd. They opened on 23rd, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th that they closed down for Christmas.
And Monday is inclusive.
And Monday was inclusive, and nobody attacked anybody. Then immediately they came into January after they have made money in December and all that. Then now they're talking about that. There was no fear. There's no fear. It's just economic saboteurs trying to get more people to play around with them so that on Mondays they won't work, because it's no longer sit at home. It's now don't work on Monday. That is the issue.
But will this not spike or ignite a new kind of conflict aside from what we are going through at the moment?
Conflict with who and who?
Protests, people agitating that.
People are not. I'm getting calls. A lot of people are hailing this issue, what this measure we took. Okay, because even Mr. Governor was magnanimous enough to rescind his earlier pronouncement that it's going to be 2 weeks closure. Yes, he was saying 2 weeks closure straight, but he decided now to put it a human face. Let's just give them, close it for 1 week till Saturday. Next week, Monday, he will reopen. He will open it. If they don't, then he will now close it up for 1 month. Okay, so it's up to them. I'm getting calls from, well-experienced traders in the market. They're even planning on come and plead with Mr. Governor to see if they can rescind that and give a guarantee that they will go back to work on Mondays. The civil servants are working on Mondays. The schools are open on Mondays. The banks, I got a letter from FCMB, which they directed to their customers that they should, as of yesterday, that they should be open in Onitsha main market, in all their branches in Onitsha, that they should be open, including in Anewi. So all this, there's no fear. What kind of fear? Fear from who?
But what is the translation? This sits at home now, the honeymoon Monday. What does it translate to in the economy of the state?
We are losing a lot, economy, because not the state alone that is losing, including the individuals. Because what is happening, what the enjoyment of this laziness, what happens is that there are some people that are not doing well again in their business. So on Mondays is days that they encourage the ones that are doing business to come, let us go and enjoy ourselves. That you cannot work forever. You should be able to work and play. So that is it. But the issue is that doing you have to get something to on Monday. On Monday is the beginning of the week, all over the world. So what are you doing? We've already tried, yes, to put the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the front burner. Okay? But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that we are talking about had said he's not part of this sit at home. Because when he had dragged too long, then criminals now try to take it, and economic saboteurs. That's what they're trying to do, to drag Anambra down. There are some people that have branches outside the state. So they want to encourage pulling down the economy of Anambra State. And they go to other states to go and they do their business on Monday.
And then we've seen data of the Southeast losing up to 7.6 trillion naira every Monday to this Monday sit at home. And this is detrimental to the economy of the Southeast on its own. Anambra State, that it looks like the hub of the economy of the Southeast, as placed side by side with Ubah and the rest of other states. But with this loss we have, how realistic are we to recover? How realistic is our recovery when we kick off this Monday market?
Well, the recovery, thank you for that figure. I have not even calculated it. 7.6 trillion is a lot of money. And when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. The issue now is that for us now, we have to start to rebuild, because there's a lot of businesses that have gone elsewhere. People that come from other neighboring countries that used to come to Onitsha to do business on Mondays, they don't come. And who are those people? They are Igbo people in diaspora that come from Cameroon, they come from Niger, they come from Bamako, they come from Senegal. They come to Onitsha. They come home on weekends. Normally, they like to come like on a Friday, because usually we do burials, wine carrying, opening houses and all that weekends. So when they come, they try to tie everything together. They'll come, do all those social things in their villages. Then they'll come to Onitsha on Monday morning and do their business. Then go back. Now some of them have diverted to other states. They don't come to Anambra anymore. They go to Lagos. They go to Kano. They've taken our business elsewhere. And who are those people that they are going to? Is another Igbo people outside the state. Those people, they don't do the same thing, whatever they believe that they are fighting for within the Southeast. Are those other Igbos, are they not Igbos? Are they not interested in that? So they are interested. So all these things is just to pull down the economy of the state. Okay, so as we see the Mr. Governor that is doing very well, trying to make the Anambra state very peaceful, got the security, he needs almost zero incident in December. And everybody is enjoying it. Good roads, good everything, and some economic saboteurs want to pull back the state.
But with this being said, does it mean that our people are not understanding of the fact that this is our economy and this is our business, and we need to take our business back, we need to take our communities back, the same way we are taking our communities back when it comes to the security of the state? See something, say something, IGWA, take back our security, which was a collective effort. Does it mean that Hamara no a collective effort at this time to take back our businesses?
Well, the bad ones, which are very minority in the population, they make the most noise.
Because some are the opinion that the government cannot come and shut down my shop.
Well, people should know that one of the pillars of this government is law and order. And to restore that law and the order in a society is the function of government. Because government won't look away why things are going bad. Okay? People would think that you will have your own limit, okay, your freedom. Your freedom ends where others start. There's some of them that they don't go to market because some of the strong ones that want to sabotage, that they have alternative places where they are doing their business, don't want them to do their business, so that their branch in other states will grow. So they will encourage them not to open. So now that government has stepped in, then the result is that, sometimes, people, you have to use a little bit of coercion to get people to whip up in line. If there's no coercion, there'll be chaotic in everything you do in a society. That's why the function of government is make sure that everybody's whip up in line. You don't do as you like. Because if you are doing as you like, then the weak will not be protected. The government is there to protect both the weak and the strong. Sure. So that's the essence of government compelling them to go. We didn't say that, okay, we say, okay, you should. It's an economic saboteur. Why the main market is owned by the government, by state government, okay? And anybody that is that main market, what government says, you apply to be in that market to trade. If you are not trading, government will take that back your shop and give it to another person. When government do that now, people will now shout that they are being victimized and all that. Then why can't you go and open the shop? If you are tired of doing, like Mr. Governor said, when you close the market, if you don't like to trade in Onitsha, you can go elsewhere. We didn't say, but if you are within our own, you have to obey our law. You should work on Monday, because that is the rule. You work on Monday. about every other like paid civil servant or people that are working in any other organization. Is it not because we said okay, if you don't work, you won't get pay?
Yeah.
That forced them to go and is it compelling? They could have said, okay, let me sleep. They can't compel me to come to work. Then at the end of the month, then we will now give you the number of days you work in terms of salary. Because of not losing their salary, that's why they turned up to work. So I don't see anything wrong about government telling people that, that's the essence of government, to have a sane society.
Well, do you agree that to an extent that there are still people who are very much afraid, even with the fact that they are very much comfortable, like you said, with the entire sit at home, which they have turned to like no work day. There are people who have fear with regards to what has happened in the past, and then we're going to open their shop. Do we actually acknowledge that there are people like that? That if you do acknowledge that there are people like that, what measures is the government ready to put in place to give these people assurance that their safety is assured?
Yeah, you are talking about fear. Who do they fear? The unknown government, is it not?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had any issue about unknown government? Government is out there trying to track down all the unknown government in the society, and we have taken back all our forests where they are, and they are still working every day to make sure that the state is safe. So what kind of fear? It's like because you have a relation that died on the course of traveling in a car accident, therefore you cannot enter car again. If you want to travel a long distance, will you walk? Or will you take a bike or so that you don't get involved in an accident? Yes, it's about
even
life.
Those who walk get involved in that.
Exactly. So you can't because they kept on talking about fear. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When there was fear, the time we had fear, when you have the sit at home, if you go out on a Monday morning, you don't see anybody on the street. But this time around, there's fear. But that fear doesn't stop them from going to party. It doesn't stop them from going to do sports. It doesn't stop them. So why would the fear stop them from going to go and do their business? You see, that is economic sabotage. The fear is no longer there.
But if these people, the market leaders, come onto the table to have a dialogue, is it very much open, or is having this sick approach the only?
No, that's what I'm saying. You see, if they come for a dialogue, because this thing didn't start today. I mean, like, I've been involved even before this measure was taken. I was in main market last week.
Okay.
And I pre-warned them. I had a meeting with all the executive, all the line chairmen. I asked them to please inform everybody in their line. This is government measure. This is what government intend to do. Let them come to work. Let them open their shop on Monday, which was yesterday. And I told them, we've been doing this thing before. There are some markets, what they do is that on that Monday, the leadership, what they will say, they will tell because every market has their task force, their security, that at the time that they're supposed to open their shops, open the market, let them open the market gates open. They throw the market gates open. Then the traders themselves don't come to market. So when you ask them, you say, well, what else can I do? I've already opened the gates. The gates are open, but I can't force them to come to market. So it's all economic sabotage. So it's all hands to be on deck in order to kill this monster of not to work on Monday. Because if you go back in history, that's when they were IPOB was Simon Ubah and his own group, when they were issuing orders. There's a time that they gave order that market shouldn't be open for 4 days.
Yeah.
And the traders, they ignored them. They just observed that Monday one that they were doing. Then the other days, they opened their market and nothing happened. Okay, so it's all economic sabotage. So we need to take back our Monday, which we have just done.
All right, but if this approach fails, because you said you've been working with these market leaders so far, but yet no change has been affected so far. But then this new method now that is making everybody to shout, government, why okwa? If this fails, what's the next
I don't
step?
think that it will fail. Because
why are you so strong that it's not going to fail?
Why I'm so strong is Nani has already touched everybody. Before, when you were talking about it, people just believe that you just talk. I've gone there and tell them, you are going to lose your shop. I said, you understand? So they believe that because they are big number, nothing will happen until Nani happen. If you go to Onitsha now, you see, because we didn't shut down all of the markets. There are some of them that are open. And by Monday, next week Monday, those ones that were not affected now, and if they don't stay open on that Monday, the government position is to lock them up 1 month permanently.
Because I wasn't coming to that. Because I was say, Sunday market because there are other markets that don't open on Monday as well.
Because Onitsha and Anambra is once you say market, everybody will talk about main market.
Okay.
So we want to start with the big masquerade. If this thing will happen to Alhaji, Malam will go and we'll be able to take proper measures so that because nobody will talk for them.
All right, as a SPAD on markets, what's your advice to every market or every trader, and as well to people who buy and from the market as well at this point with this current situation we are in?
Well, my advice is that what else is that we don't want people to suffer, but this issue of taking back our Monday, we plead on anybody that does business in Anambra, being a trader or business person, everybody should go back to work, because there's fear they are talking about. There's no fear. The government has tackled insecurity to a standstill, and the place is peaceful. So why would we allow some other economic saboteurs to just, use rumor to make them to go and sit? Because then if they are still sitting at home, we will know. And the government is still out there to go against all those economic saboteurs, kidnappers, and what have you, and armed robbers. So why are they sitting at home?
Some argue that the main cause for sit at home has not been tackled. That Onye Jimake will sit at home is still in custody. So that they need to tackle that before telling them to open the market.
The issue is this. It was because of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. We're still going to take political angle to it. Okay? This sit at home started 4.5 years ago. We were sitting at home and he was being tried.
Yes.
Okay, now he's in jail. There's always a process. Harming ourselves will not change anything. You are just here harming yourself. It's not going to change anything. So the issue is that you go back to business while the political solution is being taken by the political leaders. Is it not showing that we have that the political leaders here, they have concern? They have concern, but not this bravado. It's not going to. It won't change anything. Everything. War doesn't settle. That doesn't bring peace. Peace comes on the, on a table. And that's the only way we can be able to achieve something. Our leaders are talking with the federal government. Both the people in the Senate, in the House of Rep, and the governors are talking about a political solution. And that political solution is issue that they will take so that the government will listen. This sitting at home, hurting ourselves, is not going to is not going to solve it. Is it when our economy is now in tatters, we are dead, then who will now talk for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu?
All right, thank you so very much, Ubah. It's been an amazing time with you here. Yes, smile on my it's quite tough, but then I'll go in on these seats.
No, the issue that
you applied for the job and you got the job.
No, I'm all for what Mr. Governor did, because that's the only way to get them to get back to work. If we didn't touch a lot of them, it won't work.
Well, we hope that this strategy actually does work.
Tell me, I'll bet you by next week things will change.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm
on undertaking.
Well, not too much.
They have to sign undertaking because all this is
because next week Monday for us here.
So you sign undertaking that you make sure that they comply. And then it will see because I know eventually about 80-90% of them go back to work on Monday.
All right. Thank you so very much, Obandabenyi, Chief Evarist Ubah, the special advisor to Mr. Governor on markets. It's been an amazing time here. And like we said, this is Voice of Indianambra. We've heard from the SPAD. We're going to go into the market to hear from you as well. To start work on Monday. I was actually shocked. I saw some civil servants now for a very long time. It can have your actually retire go. Well, that being said, remember to subscribe, like, and share, and as well follow us on all social media handles. Drop your comments in the comment section. Click on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime we have content, because you need to be informed. You need to be informed. My name is Uche Chukwu Ebonam. See you next week.
Voices of Indianambra, our pride, our voice.